I'm celebrity menswear stylist Ashley Weston, and today I'm joined by my business partner and fiance, Dorian.
Hey.
And so we want to go over and share with you all 10 ways you might be rejecting women without even knowing it. Dun dun dun. Shall we get into it?
Let's do it. The first one out the gate is not looking and smelling clean. It's a problem, right?
It's crazy that we even have to go over this.
I know.
However, if you have unkempt hair, you've got dirty or long fingernails, bad breath, really strong cologne on, these are going to deter people. I don't care if the cologne is your signature scent.
You stink.
You stink if you can smell it from a mile away. So a little bit goes a long way. But these are just little things that you can clean up so that you aren't rejecting women.
Just on face value, basically.
Yeah.
If they can see you don't look clean, dunzo. Nothing's gonna happen.
You're not coming close to me.
No. And the next one is poor table manners and etiquette.
It's really important and just respectful to wait for others to be served before you eat. You also don't want to talk with your mouth full or open
Chew
full.
with your mouth full. That's a big problem.
That's really gross. Don't pick up that asparagus piece and really emphasize your points with it. It's really disgusting and very distracting.
This happened to a friend of Ashley's, and she was telling us about her worst date experience ever, and that was a very small portion of it.
The guy literally picked up a piece of asparagus and said, "Does asparagus make your pee stink?"
But while he was saying that, he's flinging butter juice off of it onto her at the same time. It's just really, really bad, yeah. Not only will women notice, but everyone will notice you have poor table manners. Next one on the list is lack of eye contact. Isn't that weird?
Look, an easy way to at least fake confidence is by giving someone eye contact. So I highly recommend you do that, because otherwise it's really it's very off-putting and distracting if you're not looking at someone while you're talking to them.
Right? Isn't it really weird? It's so odd when you do that. I don't know. The next one is standoffish body language and unwelcoming expressions.
So what we mean by that is having your arms crossed, which sometimes people do that out of nervousness, but it's really, it prevents people from opening up to you. It feels very closed off, as well as not smiling. Which Dorian is demonstrating so well, although it's making me crack up. But that's not the effect it gives to another person. So you want to smile, you want to appear friendly and open. So open your body up and remember to smile.
The next one is poor conversation etiquette, right? It matters.
Yes, you don't want to interrupt someone or be combative. Look, okay, we can all be passionate about a subject, but you don't want to be super aggressive about your stance, because it makes the other person feel like they can't participate in the conversation and they have to almost put their defense up. And I'm telling you, they're counting down the seconds till they can exit the conversation at that point.
Like right now.
What? I'm not combative. You're smiling, see? If I smile, you guys all smile, I'm sure. No, open yourself up. So on that same note, another one is having inappropriate topics of conversation.
Yep, being overly sexual, talking about crazy politics stuff.
Exes.
Talking about your exes or people you really hate or don't like, or boasting about yourself, and it's just really weird, and it's very off-putting, and like Ash said before, people are just waiting to get away from you at that point, basically. And the next one is, if people can tell you're cheap without being intimately knowledgeable about your life, that's a big problem, right?
Yes, if it doesn't look like you can support yourself, that's really bad. So for instance, the choice of restaurants or how you tip people, whipping out coupons and all of those things, it can make someone feel very uncomfortable. And yes,
that's not to say you can't do budget-friendly things,
of course.
But at the same time, if it really is obvious that you're trying to save every penny that you have in everything you do, people are going to notice and be like, okay, well, what's going on here? It doesn't look good for you more than anybody. And the next one is a lack of punctuality. And Ash, I think this is important to talk about relative to men and women here, because for men, it matters much more than it does for women.
It does. So there is no excuse to being late. And yes, some of you might say, oh, women are always 30 minutes late or whatever. Look, there is a double standard for this one. With men, you want to appear confident, you want to appear in charge of your life. So if you're late, it looks like you're not even in charge of your own schedule, which is
you can't do that.
Not something I don't think you want to project to others.
Yeah.
So that's why being punctual is super important, or at least give the other person a heads up.
If you're gonna be late, yeah, absolutely. Heads up, totally acceptable.
And the second to last point is sending the wrong message.
As a man, you want your intentions to be known if you're interested in a woman or not interested in a woman relatively quickly. So if you're in a conversation with a woman, ask her about herself. If you start asking about her friends or family and it's like always about that, then most women will start thinking like, oh, he must not be interested in me in a romantic way.
Yeah.
But if you are, have a nice rapport, ask her about herself, and then at the end of the conversation, say, you know what, I really loved our conversation, love to continue it further over dinner, let's go out. And then they'll know right away that this is not a friend zone sort of scenario. It's when guys get really ambivalent about this that they have the problem, and then they start blaming the woman. It's like, dude, it's your fault first. Sorry, not theirs. All right, Ash, so we're at the last one, right?
Yep,
But
we
I
are.
think there's something else to do.
Yes, there is.
There has to be.
If you've been enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and hit that bell icon for more, or for, why do we hit the bell icon?
I think you get notifications when you post a video, right, Ash?
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, so let's get into the number one thing that men do that women hate and it drives them crazy, and that is
Negging.
negging. Women can smell this, see this from a mile away. It's an amateur move, and it's really negative and disgusting.
But who doesn't like a girl that doesn't care about her appearance, right?
That's an actual line that people use, like men use. Please don't be like that. Negging will definitely
It will backfire on you
yes.
way more than it'll work. I've seen guys try this and it just doesn't go well. You know, certainly I'm sure it'll work every once in a while, but basically never for the most part. So just be a man about it and don't play weird, stupid games.
I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Bye.